Imagine a time before cities, before nations, before written language. Our ancestors, scattered across the globe, lived in small, nomadic groups, their lives dictated by the rhythms of nature. Picture them huddled around flickering fires, sharing stories and sustenance, their survival dependent on their bonds with each other. This is where our story begins, the story of how humanity began communal living. The transition from nomadic hunter-gatherer groups to settled communities was a pivotal moment in human history. It was a gradual process, driven by environmental changes, technological innovations, and social adaptations. The development of agriculture was a key turning point. The ability to cultivate crops and domesticate animals provided a more stable food supply, allowing for larger populations to thrive in a single location. This newfound stability led to the emergence of villages, towns, and eventually cities. As humans transitioned to a more settled way of life, the need for cooperation and collaboration became increasingly important. Early communities had to find ways to share resources, resolve conflicts, and protect themselves from outside threats. This led to the development of social norms, rules, and eventually, laws. These early forms of governance laid the groundwork for the political systems that shape our world today. Our journey into the origins of communal living is far from over. We will uncover the fascinating story of how humans developed tools, mastered fire, and established trade networks. From Mesopotamia to the Indus Valley, we will explore how early communities thrived and shaped human history. Our ancestors lived as nomads, their lives dictated by nature's bounty. But around 10,000 years ago, a profound shift began, the dawn of agriculture. They began to nurture wild plants, selecting the most desirable seeds, and learning the art of cultivation. This ability to cultivate crops had a dramatic impact, allowing humans to influence their food supply and stay in one place longer. This marked the first steps towards a more settled way of life. Alongside the cultivation of plants came the domestication of animals. Over generations, humans selectively bred animals for desirable traits. The impact of animal domestication was profound, providing a reliable source of protein and aiding in plowing fields and transporting goods. This symbiotic relationship further fueled the transition to settled communities and larger societies. The domestication of plants and animals represented a fundamental shift in humanity's relationship with the natural world. As agriculture and animal domestication took root, the nomadic lifestyle began to fade. People could establish more permanent settlements near their fields and livestock. These early villages represented a fundamental shift in social organization. With larger populations came the need for new forms of cooperation and governance. Despite challenges, village life offered stability and prosperity unimaginable to their nomadic ancestors. A crucial outcome of the agricultural revolution was the emergence of surplus food production. This surplus laid the foundation for the development of civilizations. With surplus food, communities could support larger populations and a greater diversity of occupations. This specialization fueled innovation, leading to the development of new technologies and social structures. The ability to store and trade surplus food also led to the development of long-distance trade networks. Today, archaeologists and anthropologists continue to piece together the story of this crucial transition in human history. Through the excavation of ancient settlements and the analysis of artifacts, we gain a clearer understanding of how our ancestors embraced a settled communal existence. The story of how humanity began communal living continues to unfold with each passing generation. As humans transitioned to a more settled lifestyle, their need for specialized tools grew. The demands of agriculture, construction, and defense spurred a wave of innovation. The hand axe emerged as an early multi-tool used for various tasks. These tools were extensions of human ingenuity, testaments to our capacity for problem-solving and adaptation. Few discoveries have had as profound an impact on human evolution as the mastery of fire. This transformative element became an indispensable tool, shaping our relationship with the natural world. Fire provided warmth, protection, and a means to cook food, unlocking essential nutrients. Around flickering flames, stories were shared, bonds were forged, and the foundations of culture and community were laid. As communities grew and specialized, the need for resources led to the emergence of trade networks. These networks connected communities across vast distances, laying the groundwork for a more interconnected world. Trade played a crucial role in the rise of early civilizations, allowing for the diffusion of ideas, technologies, and crops. The movement of goods and people facilitated the spread of knowledge, innovation, and cultural practices, shaping the development of civilizations across the globe. With the rise of settled communities and larger populations came the need for more sophisticated forms of social organization and governance. Early societies developed innovative ways to manage resources, resolve conflicts, and maintain order, laying the groundwork for the political systems that shape our world today. Imagine the challenges faced by those early communities: how to ensure the equitable distribution of resources, how to resolve disputes peacefully, how to defend themselves from outside threats. Through trial and error, they developed systems of leadership, rules, and customs that formed the basis of their governance structures. The emergence of governance structures was a crucial step in the development of human societies, writes Francis Fukuyama in his book, The Origins of Political Order. It allowed humans to move beyond the small, kinship-based groups of our ancestors and create larger, more complex societies. These early forms of governance varied widely, from tribal councils and village elders to more formalized systems of chiefdoms and early states. Regardless of their form, these systems provided a framework for decision-making, conflict resolution, and the maintenance of social order, essential elements for the growth and prosperity of early communities. Section 5. A Tapestry of Progress. Innovations Enduring Legacy. The transition from nomadic hunter-gatherer groups to settled agrarian communities was a pivotal chapter in human history. Fueled by innovation, cooperation, and a relentless pursuit of progress, our ancestors laid the foundations for the complex societies and interconnected world we inhabit today. The tools they crafted, the fire they mastered, the trade networks they established, and the governance structures they developed were not merely stepping stones to the present, they were transformative innovations that reshaped human destiny. These achievements underscore the enduring power of human ingenuity, adaptability, and our innate capacity for social organization. As we marvel at the achievements of early civilizations, we are reminded that our journey is far from over. The challenges faced by those early communities, managing resources, resolving conflicts, fostering cooperation, resonate deeply in our modern world. Their story is our story, a testament to the enduring human spirit and our ongoing quest to create a better future. Section 1. The Tapestry of Community, Weaving Social Structures. The transition to communal living brought about a profound shift in human social organization. No longer defined solely by kinship ties, early communities had to develop new ways to structure their societies, allocate roles, and maintain cohesion among larger and more diverse populations. Imagine the bustling energy of these early settlements, where individuals interacted daily, not just as family members, but as members of a collective with shared responsibilities and intertwined destinies. This intricate web of relationships, governed by both unwritten customs and emerging social norms, formed the backbone of early community life. The emergence of complex social structures was a defining feature of early human communities, writes anthropologist Robin Dunbar in his book Grooming, Gossip, and the Evolution of Language. As group sizes increased, humans needed to develop new ways to maintain social cohesion and manage relationships within their communities. This led to the emergence of social hierarchies, with individuals and families accruing status based on factors like skill, knowledge, lineage, or proximity to power. These hierarchies, while often fluid in early communities, played a crucial role in organizing labor, distributing resources, and maintaining social order. Section 2. Sharing the bounty resource distribution in early communities. The success of early communities hinged on their ability to effectively manage and distribute essential resources. With survival dependent on the fruits of their labor, they developed systems for ensuring that everyone had access to the necessities of life, fostering a sense of shared responsibility and mutual support. Imagine a harvest festival, a time of celebration and gratitude, where the bounty of the fields was gathered and distributed among community members, ensuring that all had enough to sustain themselves through the coming seasons. This spirit of sharing and cooperation was essential for their survival. In many early societies, resources were not seen as individual property, but as belonging to the community as a whole, explains anthropologist Marshall Solins in his book Stone Age Economics. This communal ownership fostered a sense of shared responsibility and encouraged cooperation among members. These early forms of resource management varied widely, from informal systems of sharing and reciprocity to more structured systems of redistribution, often overseen by community leaders or elders. The goal, however, remained consistent: to ensure the well-being of the collective and prevent individuals or families from falling through the cracks. Navigating conflict, maintaining harmony in close quarters, living in close proximity, sharing resources, and navigating the complexities of social life inevitably led to conflicts within early communities. To maintain harmony and prevent disputes from escalating into violence, they developed mechanisms for resolving conflicts peacefully, drawing upon shared values and the wisdom of experienced community members. Imagine a dispute arising over land boundaries or the allocation of water rights, issues that could have easily escalated into violence. However, these early communities recognized the importance of resolving such conflicts peacefully, often through mediation led by respected elders or community leaders. Early communities developed a range of mechanisms for resolving conflicts, from informal mediation and arbitration to more formalized systems of justice, writes political scientist Donald Black in his book, The Behavior of Law. These mechanisms help to maintain social order and prevent disputes from escalating into violence. These early forms of conflict resolution relied heavily on restorative justice, focusing on repairing harm and restoring balance within the community rather than simply punishing wrongdoers. This emphasis on reconciliation and the preservation of social harmony reflected the interconnected nature of community life. The seeds of inequality power dynamics take root. While early communities exhibited remarkable levels of cooperation and sharing, the seeds of inequality were also sown during this period. As societies grew more complex and resources became more concentrated, power dynamics emerged, leading to the differentiation of social status and the emergence of elites. Imagine the gradual accumulation of wealth and influence by certain individuals or families, perhaps those with greater access to land, resources, or specialized skills. This disparity in wealth and status, often passed down through generations, began to reshape the social landscape. The emergence of social hierarchies and inequality was a complex process, driven by a variety of factors, including economic specialization, technological innovation, and the control of resources, explains archaeologist Brian Hayden in his book Shamans, Sorcerers, and Saints, A Prehistory of Religion. This concentration of power and resources in the hands of a few had profound implications for the development of human societies. It laid the groundwork for the emergence of more stratified societies, with distinct social classes and unequal access to power, wealth, and opportunity, patterns that continue to shape our world today. A legacy of cooperation. Lessons from Our Ancestors. The story of how humanity transitioned from small, nomadic bands to larger, more settled communities is a testament to our enduring capacity for cooperation, adaptation, and innovation. The social structures, resource management systems, and conflict resolution mechanisms they developed laid the groundwork for the complex societies we live in today. As we grapple with the challenges of our modern world, from climate change and resource scarcity to social inequality and political polarization, it's worth reflecting on the lessons embedded in our distant past. The spirit of cooperation, the emphasis on community well-being, and the recognition of our interconnectedness offer valuable insights for navigating the complexities of the 21st century. The story of early human communities is not just a tale of bygone eras. It's a reflection of our shared human journey, a reminder of our capacity for both great compassion and the pitfalls of unchecked power. By understanding our past, we gain a deeper appreciation for the delicate balance between individual ambition and the collective good, a balance that continues to shape our present and will undoubtedly influence our future. The echoes of those early communal settlements reverberate through the millennia, their influence subtly woven into the very fabric of our modern world. While the scale and complexity of human societies have undergone a dramatic transformation, the fundamental principles of social organization, resource management, and governance that emerged in those nascent communities continue to shape our lives today. Consider, for instance, the layout of our cities, with their designated areas for housing, commerce, and governance, a concept rooted in the spatial organization of early villages, or the specialization of labor that underpins our global economy, a direct descendant of the division of tasks that emerged as agricultural surplus freed individuals to pursue diverse crafts and trades. The past is never dead, wrote William Faulkner. It's not even past. Indeed, the echoes of our communal origins resonate in the rhythms of our daily lives, often unconsciously shaping our interactions, our institutions, and our understanding of the world around us. This enduring legacy is not merely a matter of historical curiosity. It offers valuable insights into the challenges and opportunities that confront us today. By understanding the historical roots of our social, economic, and political systems, we gain a deeper appreciation for their strengths and weaknesses, and we are better equipped to navigate the complexities of our interconnected world. The transition to settled communities marked a profound shift in human economic activity. The reliance on hunting and gathering, characterized by immediate consumption and a fluid approach to resource sharing, gave way to a more formalized system of production, storage, and exchange. Imagine the emergence of marketplaces in those early villages, where surplus food, crafted goods, and raw materials were bartered and traded, fostering economic interdependence among community members. This nascent marketplace, driven by the human desire to exchange goods and services, sowed the seeds for the complex economic systems that govern our modern world. The story of the global economy is, in many ways, the story of how these early trade networks expanded and evolved, writes economist Niall Ferguson in his book, The Ascent of Money. From the Silk Roads of ancient Asia to the maritime trade routes of the Age of Exploration, the exchange of goods, ideas, and technologies has been a driving force behind human progress. Today, our global economy, with its intricate web of production, consumption, and financial transactions, might seem a world away from those early marketplaces. Yet the underlying principles of supply and demand, competition and cooperation, risk and reward, all find their roots in the economic interactions of our communal ancestors. The need to manage resources, resolve conflicts, and coordinate collective action became increasingly critical as human communities grew in size and complexity. This led to the emergence of governance structures, initially informal and based on tradition, evolving over time into more formalized systems of leadership and decision-making. Imagine those early gatherings of elders or respected community members, tasked with mediating disputes, allocating resources, and ensuring the well-being of the collective. These informal councils, guided by shared values and a deep understanding of community needs, were the precursors to the complex political systems that govern our nations today. The essence of government, wrote political theorist John Locke, is the consent of the governed. This fundamental principle, while often contested and redefined throughout history, finds its origins in the social contracts that bound those early communities together. From the direct democracies of ancient Greece to the representative republics of the modern era, the quest for effective and just governance remains a constant thread in the human story. The challenges faced by those early communities, balancing individual liberty with the common good, ensuring fairness and equity, navigating power dynamics, continue to resonate in the political discourse of our time. The transition to communal living marked a profound transformation in human interaction. Kinship bonds expanded to a broader sense of community, fostering cooperation and the exchange of ideas. Sharing resources, stories, and cultural practices enriched their social fabric. This laid the groundwork for our interconnected world today. We are all now connected by the internet, economies, and ecologies. From ancient trade routes to digital networks, the impulse to connect drives progress. It is a testament to the enduring power of community. As we stand at the cusp of a new era, grappling with unprecedented challenges and unimaginable opportunities, it's worth reflecting on our journey from nomadic wanderers to complex civilizations. The story of humanity embracing communal living mirrors our strengths and vulnerabilities. The spirit of cooperation and ingenuity in adapting to their environment, the social structures they developed to manage complexity, are enduring testaments to human innovation and resilience. Yet, our past reveals the dangers of unchecked power and inequality, the fragility of social cohesion, and the challenges of managing resources equitably resonate deeply in our modern world. By understanding our collective past, acknowledging triumphs and failures, we can approach the future with purpose and possibility. The story of humanity is still being written. It is up to each generation to learn from the past and shape a future worthy of our heritage. As we conclude our exploration of communal living, we see a tapestry woven across millennia. From the flickering flames of those first campfires where stories were shared and bonds forged, to the vibrant, interconnected world today, the human story is a testament to our need for connection, cooperation, and belonging. Their story is our story, a testament to the collective spirit and resilience. The transition to communal living was transformative but complex. Building cities and trade networks led to social hierarchies and potential conflicts. Managing resources and relationships brought cooperation and competition. This duality is part of the human experience. Solutions lie in embracing our shared humanity. The story of humanity is about our shared origins, interconnected destinies, and the enduring power of the human spirit. We are social creatures, hardwired for connection and belonging. From early hunter-gatherer bands to modern cities, our interactions shape our experience. Our empathy and desire to leave a positive mark are expressions of our social nature. In a divided world, our strength lies in interconnectedness. Embracing our shared humanity unlocks creativity and collective action. The call of the collective urges us to find our place in the human story. The story of humanity is not a completed novel. It is an unfinished symphony, a work in progress that each generation contributes to. The choices we make today, the actions we take, the values we embrace, all of these will shape the course of human history and determine the legacy we leave for future generations. As we stand at the crossroads of unprecedented challenges and extraordinary possibilities, it is more important than ever to remember the lessons embedded in our shared journey from those early communal settlements to the interconnected world we inhabit today. The spirit of cooperation, the commitment to justice and equity, the recognition of our interconnectedness, these are not merely ideals, they are essential ingredients for building a more just, sustainable, and prosperous future for all. The challenges we face, from climate change and resource scarcity to social inequality and political polarization, are complex and interconnected. They require global solutions, collaborative action, and a willingness to transcend our differences and embrace our shared humanity. The next chapter in the human story is being written right now. It is a chapter filled with both uncertainty and hope, a chapter that calls upon each of us to embrace our role as global citizens, as stewards of our planet, and as architects of a future worthy of our shared heritage. Our exploration of communal living has been a journey through time, a testament to the enduring power of the human spirit, and a call to action. We are part of something far greater than ourselves, heirs to a legacy of cooperation and innovation. Let us embrace our shared humanity and build a future where everyone thrives. The journey begins with each of us, in our own communities, in our own hearts, and in the choices we make every single day. Let us choose wisely, let us choose courageously, and let us choose together.